Let's start this bulletin with some breaking news that's coming in on the broadcast in connection to the Tirupati Laddu Rao. Ex-Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy has cancelled his Tirupati temple visit. In fact, Jagan has said that he is not visiting the Tirupati temple to avoid any law and order situation. He says that the tankers with adulterated ghee were returned. None of this ghee was used in the laddus. This is what the ex-Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister is now saying. In fact, he's also asked Chief Minister Naidu to prove that adulterated ghee was used in making of laddus. In fact, no laddu was made from the adulterated ghee. This is what the ex-Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, who's facing fire, has now said. He's also said that it is unfair to receive notice for temple visit, and he's also added that the first time samples were all sent to Gujarat for testing.
Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam reputation has been lowered by Chandrababu Naidu. The pride of our laddus was diminished by Chandrababu Naidu. He intentionally planted a seed of doubt that the laddus were not good to eat, even though he knew very well that he was lying. And as far as these tenders are concerned, it's a routine process. Every 6 months, procurement of tender happens. Procurement of these materials to prepare the prasadams or laddus is a routine practice. The government does not get involved. It's an autonomous body. It's the board which takes the decisions.
My colleague Adarsh joins us on the broadcast to get us more details on this. Adarsh, ever since this entire row erupted, Jagan Mohan Reddy has been on the back foot. He thought a visit to the temple will solve his issues. That didn't happen, and now he's hit out at Chandrababu Naidu, accusing him of spreading false rumors and also adding that the adulterated ghee never actually made it to the place where the laddus are made.
Oh, yes, indeed, Ashish. Very scathing remarks there coming in from the former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Jagan Mohan Reddy. His press conference that lasted for over 30 minutes now consisted of mainly two parts. One, of course, the entire issue of him not being allowed to Tirupati temple, him cancelling his Tirupati temple visit, and of course the second part, the bigger part being on the Laddu controversy itself, the use of adulterated ghee. Now, when it comes to the denial of permission for Jagan Mohan Reddy to visit Tirupati, he called the Naidu government as a Gunda government, so to speak, and he spoke about how despite the fact that he wanted to visit Tirupati, he is not being able to do so because a sitting chief minister is disallowing him. He spoke about the very big notice that Jagan Mohan Reddy received from the TDP government in the state against his visit to Tirupati temple, and asked as to how a chief minister can do something like this. Of course, the bigger aspect that he covered at length in his press conference was on the issue of adulterated ghee being used in laddus. He goes ahead and reiterates that the tankers with the adulterated ghee were promptly turned back, were promptly returned once it was found through multiple tests that there was adulterated ghee. Jagan Mohan Reddy consistently maintains that adulterated ghee was not used in laddus ever, and he constantly spoke about how there is a robust system in place to ensure all checks and balances, to ensure that nothing wrong really happens. Even if someone wants to commit a mistake, it almost becomes impossible, is what Jagan Mohan Reddy clearly states. And he also spoke about how, for the first time, samples were sent to the NDDB in Gujarat. Usually, samples are sent to CFTRI, but it is for the first time that samples were sent to NDDB for testing. Jagan Mohan Reddy, in fact, even goes ahead and says that the TDP government, on its part, confidentially sought a report from the NDDB on the entire adulterated ghee issue. And of course, the NDTV report said that the ghee that the samples of which they received were indeed adulterated. 2 months after the entire incident happened, you had Chandrababu Naidu come out and make these allegations, and this is what Jagan Mohan Reddy states as to why there was a need to do this. Jagan Mohan Reddy, in fact, even goes ahead and plays out clips of the EO and the TTD officials clearly stating that the adulterated ghee was turned down, adulterated ghee was not used in laddus. And something like this has happened in the past as well, where tankers filled with contents turned up at Tirupati and subsequently failed the prerequisite tests, and were hence turned down. So this was just another such instance where substandard ghee was brought and subsequently it was turned down, and there was no reason as to why this entire issue had to be blown out of proportion. And Jagan Mohan Reddy constantly mentions that Chandrababu Naidu is lying, and through his lies and through his malicious acts, he is defaming not just Tirupati, the Laddu, but also the devotion of thousands and lakhs of people across the country. So very scathing remarks. Jagan Mohan Reddy not getting bogged down. He's hitting back at Chandrababu Naidu government and attempting to, in a sense, claim that Chandrababu Naidu is lying, blatantly lying about the fact that adulterated ghee was used in laddus. Ashish.